Hi, my name is Tim Fondrick with Third River Marketing, and today I want to talk about 7 best practices for local SEO. Now, before we get into SEO, which means search engine optimization, I want to talk about essentially kind of what that means and what that looks like when you do a search online. Now, I'm going to be talking specifically about Google, but of course you could be searching on Yahoo or Bing, one of the other search engines. But when we look at a search engine result page, okay, on Google, when you type in a keyword search, and typically, we're talking about local search. So let's say you're looking for a landscaper in Salem, Oregon. So you type in landscaper Salem or Salem, Oregon, or maybe just landscaper, depending on what you want to look for. And the 3 different sections of a Google search engine results page looks like this. So first of all, you generally have ads, up to 3 ads right here. Okay, these are people that are paying using what's called Google AdWords, and they're paying to be listed right here, and that's a cost per click. It can be a very, very effective strategy, but that's not what we're talking about today. So we've got ads here and ads here. A lot of times in a local search, you've got something about an ad or a map right here. It might show a number of results here. You may also start seeing as you hover over map results, you might see different like featured information on that particular business right here. So then below the ads and to the left of the ads, you've got organic results, which are basically somebody has just optimized their page really, really well, their website, and they show up here, or maybe you've got map results, which is the other section. We've typically got an A, B, C, and depending on the category you're searching for, you may have a up to 7. So it's either a trusty 3-pack or a 7-pack. All right. So you've got ABC or ABC through G, I believe. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Anyway, hey, I got to figure out my alphabet. So, but that's kind of the different aspects of a local search. So that's first of all. So let's talk about 7 best practices for local SEO. Again, SEO meaning search engine optimization. The first one is good content. So you've probably heard that content is king, and in many ways that's really what SEO is about. I mean, long gone are the days of stuffing your website with hundreds and hundreds of keywords and all that kind of stuff. That just, it simply doesn't work anymore. What works is good content. When you create good content on your website, Google rewards you, and visitors are more likely to share that content. And this creates really good high-quality backlinks to your website, meaning a link from one place, maybe a social media profile, a blog, a news site, etc., to your website, which creates good linking strategy. So, and that basically what that does is increases your overall, what we call Google juice. Okay. Now, while some people will disagree with me on this point, it's okay to have part original content and part curated content, meaning that the content doesn't all have to be yours. Look at some of the most popular websites in the world, Huffington Post or Upworthy or different sites that use other people's content and create posts out of those, and that generates a tremendous amount of traffic because it's good content. People link to it, they share it, etc. So that is just there are many different ways to curate content on your website. All right, second thing, as far as number 2 is best practice is to add service and location pages. So if you look at your website, you typically have a home page and an About Us page and maybe different services depending on kind of breaking down what you do and who you do it for. But one of the things you can really do to add additional content for the search engines is to create these service-specific and location pages. So let's say, again, you're a landscaper and you provide service in Salem, Oregon. Okay, we're in Salem, Oregon, so I use that example. So let's say you would create a page titled Landscape Services in Salem, Oregon. And you add some unique content about the community. Maybe you put some descriptions and photos of projects that you've done in Salem, and you want to optimize those photos, so I'll talk about that here in a little bit. And then you have a call to action for people looking for landscaping services in Salem. Okay, so that's definitely a strategy. One of the things you want to do is make sure that your location and service keyword or phrase, so again, landscaping Salem, Oregon, is in your title tags, it's in your meta description, and basically you're getting it across in that page. Now also you should make sure and have your NAP, which stands for name, address, and phone number. You want to have that in a specific format called schema, and you want to have that in your footer, basically on every page. Okay, that's helps Google and the other search engines know that you're tying that back into your location. All right. So the third thing you can do is fix your online listings. Now, it's likely that your company has a listing with your NAP, your name, address, phone number, your website, maybe a couple other things, on hundreds and hundreds of sites around the internet. It might be search engines, it might be directory sites, review sites, social media sites, etc. There's hundreds of them out there, and really just it's amazing how many are out there with your information. If you've ever advertised, if you've ever been in the Better Business Bureau, the Chamber of Commerce, they get data from a lot of different sources, and they put these listings out there. So it's really important to fix those listings and make sure and correct any inaccuracies or inconsistencies and remove any duplicates. So a couple of inconsistencies that may not seem like a big deal to us, to the human eye, they make a huge difference in the search engine, in their realm. So little inconsistencies, for example, spelling out street, S-T-R-E-E-T, versus S-T. Okay, again, little to us, but it can make a big difference. So make sure you get that right, and that part definitely makes a big difference, particularly getting those listings and citations, are called citations, correct, makes a big difference on showing up in your map listings. All right. Fourth thing is to ask for reviews. Now, your online reputation matters today more than ever. Statistically, anecdotally, we all are going towards reviews. And so it's really important to be proactive and have a system for asking for reviews and incorporating that process into your daily business process. So I want you to ask a couple of questions, just kind of assess where you are right now. First of all, do you have a feedback system that proactively gathers feedback from your customers? Do you generate from that a steady stream of online reviews? And are you leveraging the hard work that you do every day? We know you work hard, okay? Small business owners, they're always, you're out working hard, serving your customers, providing great customer service, etc. But are you leveraging that and turning those good customers into raving fans and loyal referrers to other people? And then are you promoting that great reputation that you're building? Are you promoting it in all of your marketing activities and efforts and turning that into a marketing asset, basically, that works for you 24/7? And finally, are you monitoring what people are saying about you, your employees, and your company online? So again, you can kind of be proactive instead of reactive. So those are some things to think about. And typically, the more reviews you get across a variety of different sources or locations, again, review sites, social media, etc., then that is also going to help boost your local SEO. All right, so the next thing is to optimize your Google My Business listing. We talked about listings and citations earlier, but Google is the most important listing that you have online. And it's basically, that's because the majority of search traffic comes through Google, okay? So Google My Business, it used to be called Google Places, Google Maps, Google Plus Local. It's been called a lot of different things. And it's just really important to completely fill out your profile, utilize all of the features, upload and add really good photos, again, which we'll talk about here in the next step. But what you want to do is when you're doing all of your other listings and citations, you want those to match your Google My Business listing exactly. And so again, the more that happens and is done well, then the more it's going to support on your Google search results page that you will show up here. Okay. Next step is to upload and optimize images for both your Google My Business listing as well as your website. And you want to add a keyword-rich, like file names, and like, let's say again you're doing a project in Salem, Oregon, back to the landscaper example, you want to give that project photo that you're adding to that page a name like Landscape Services in Salem, Oregon. Give that the file name, add metadata to that, and your photographer will probably know what that means by adding some data to the actual file. That can also help. But use the keywords, use the locations, use the metadata inside of a website as well when you add these photos to basically target or geotag these photos so that they will, again, show up better for local SEO. All right, last piece here is to enable and encourage social sharing. In our very first step, we talked about content and how important that is for local SEO, but part of that is just being really making it easy to share content when people find it. When they find good content, make it easy for them to just click and share that on Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter or whatever that might be. And so, add social sharing icons to your website, and also make sure that your social media channels are targeted and correctly listed for their local address as well. So basically meaning that you have consistent NAP data, name, address, phone number, correct on all of your social media sites. So that's my 7 points, 7 best practices for local SEO. And I just want to kind of wrap this up by saying local SEO takes time and it does take patience. Sometimes it's a moving target, but what you want to do is, of course, improve your search engine rankings. You want to show up higher in the list and basically when somebody searches. But it does take time, patience, and work, and depending on the competition in your industry, it's not usually something that happens overnight. It is not unusual for, even implementing all these steps, for it to take 6 to 9 months of doing all the above to see any significant movement. But when done correctly, it can pay off in spades, and it really can improve your leads. It can generate more customers, more sales, and really improve your overall business visibility, and of course grow your business when done properly. So I hope that helps, and talk about best practices for local SEO. If you'd like to talk to any of us about a local SEO campaign or improving your search engine results, feel free to give us a call, 503-581-4554, or visit us at our website, thirdrivermarketing.com. Thank you very much.